What's happening, lads, and welcome to this FUT Champions video. Now basically in this video what I'm going to be doing is showing you the highlights of my 9 games. Yes, 9. We're not actually going to be recording the whole weekend, and I will explain why just now. Basically, if you didn't know, around about 2 o'clock on a Friday day, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. Everybody got a disconnect. Now this affected me along with Bateson and other people as well who were playing the game at that time. And it affected me the most because a loss puts me off very early in a FUT Champions run. And the thing is, I wasn't even losing the game. I was winning comfortably. It was about the 45th minute. I was 3-0 up, about to win the game, no problem, to go 8-0, and bang, a disconnection hits. Now I usually get to 30 wins and 2 losses, that kind of stage, but I got to 30 wins and 3 losses. Now I did actually finish on 36. I finished my games on the Saturday night, but if I weren't exactly totally focused, I didn't focus a bit more for those games, then it could have turned out I could have missed out on top 100. I still might miss out on top 100, but it's more likely that I'll get top 100 now compared to, well, it was 37 wins, and now I think it will go down to 36 because that DC has affected most people, and there has been loads of disconnections as well recently. I don't know why. The gameplay feels a bit smoother this weekend, a bit, but there's still more disconnections. I don't get it. I don't get it whatsoever. But yeah, that's basically what's thrown me off of getting 37 odd wins. I will commentate over the whole of this video as well, which will be around about 11 minutes, and you'll see this video on Monday. Or yeah, you'll definitely see it. You'll see it on a Monday because I'll upload it for Monday. So yeah, going into our second game, and these games are actually played in the afternoon. Yeah, I started my games at around about 11 o'clock. I try and play about 10, 15 to 20 games on a Friday because apparently, now this is, I haven't said this, but a pro player said this, you get more skill. You start off skill rating with 2,000, and the more wins you get on the Friday without taking an L, you get the more skill points you get. So say for instance, you might have seen someone called Hi I'm Ass Tank in the leaderboards. His skill rating is absolutely insane. It goes around 2,300 and above, simply because he plays most of his matches, if not all of his matches, on the Friday. Saturday you get, I don't think it's the same, but you get a little bit less, and then on Sunday you don't get skill rating at all. Now it is, I don't think it might be something to do with rage quits, I'm not too sure. I personally think it is. The more rage quits you get, the less skill points you get. But that's up for opinion. That's up for divided opinion. You know, we can all try and figure it out. When we're so many months into FIFA and skill rating isn't exactly explained. But yeah, as you can see, the gameplay here, absolutely killing it. I didn't actually show you the team that I'm using, but in goal we've got Red Handanovic. I've used it for previous weekend leagues. I switched it last weekend. I switched the team up with Ronaldo and Bale in it and Benzema, and it just wasn't clicking for me. The midfield just wasn't solid. I didn't feel it because I was coming up against better players, so no cherry picking whatsoever. Well, a bit of cherry picking, but you know, not against the pros and stuff. But I was coming up against better players, elite tier to gold standard players, and you have actually got to be on your game for most of these because they will punish you. If you're not concentrated, they will definitely punish you because you know you can beat them. You know, like, it's just one of those. Like, they'll beat you on a day when you're having a shit day, but you can beat them when you're on your game, when you're on form, and when you stay highly concentrated. But yeah, back to the point of, what point was I on? Yeah, the team I was rocking, this Ronaldo, I don't know what it is. I think I need Hullet alongside him. Like, once I get Ruud Hullet, then I personally think I'll be getting 38 minimum. Like, I just need that one more legend to complete the squad, or George Weah. Instead of having Higuain, I put George Weah in, and then that might change something. I'm not too sure, but to strengthen up the midfield, definitely. So yeah, we come up against this next guy now. This is an interesting, because he's got an interesting team. He's got a 96 chemistry team, and he actually troubled me the most out of all these games. As you can see, he actually does start good, doing a Berber spin inside, and somehow Niang finishes out with a left foot with his freestyle weak foot, puts it in the corner, and he's always trying to run to get the ball, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, and then we go up and we score exactly after it. Like, this weekend I did feel good. Going into it. It's just that one DC thrown me off absolutely completely. And yeah, if I personally, I could have gone 15-0 because I actually did lose to a guy with 2 shots, 1 shot on target. I had 14, 10 shots on target. You could say it's bad finishing. I didn't get in enough good positions, but I still shouldn't have conceded the 2 goals that I did. Very, very lucky on his part, but you see there, just a pot shot there. I need to stop saying absolute, but a pot shot, and yeah, it makes it 2-2. And then you'll see a lot of corner goals. Now, many people still don't know how to defend these corner goals. I don't know how that actually went in there, but yeah. And then you'll see this next goal, which is my own fault. I decided to do that. Hit it against Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw hits his back, and it's an open goal, and we go into extra time. Instead of extra time, I do end up scoring. But yeah, back to the topic. Well, not back to it, but I just want to say something about the regionals. You know, the likes of TAS, TAS that won it overall, Gorilla, few other players as well. I mean, everyone knew it was a shock Gorilla going out, but to be honest with you, I don't know, he didn't, for me personally, he just didn't look like he was going to be in the running order, if you get me. Like, he is a good player, it's just loads of people expect loads of things off him now, because of the reputation he's got now on YouTube with having nearly 400k subs. Twitch, you know, publicity that other YouTubers are giving him. He didn't have all that before. Yes, he was known, but he's mainly known in the bracket of pros and competitive FIFA, but now he's mainly known for, you know, the whole of FIFA, thanks to FUT Champions, obviously, because most of us good competitive players / pros, you know, we wouldn't be noticed without this FUT Champions. So yeah, Gorilla has been widely expected to do well in tournaments upcoming, and I think that's put him off a bit. And I think the likes of Mahler, who's a German, beat him 2-1 before, but he is a very, very good player. Got to the semi-final. Vitality Rocky as well, he got semi-final, quarters. So, you know, players like them that you don't expect to do really well, that you haven't heard. Like, for me personally, I didn't know who Vitality Rocky was. I really didn't. And then he rocks up, Vitality Rocky. He rocks up, right? And he gets to the quarters / semi-finals and plays unbelievable. I mean, the game against Gorilla, he just held the ball so well. Really, really good. And basically just knew how to see out a game. And you just don't see many people do that now. Like, the likes of TAS and Rocky are brilliant at it. TAS, I still think he's a top player, well, obviously showing that in the regionals. But yeah, this is actually the game which you'd get DC'd in, actually winning comfortably. I thought it was actually my own broadband until I went down and checked it. Then I went on Twitter later, a few minutes ago, when I went on Twitter and checked, and everyone else had the same problem. So it just wasn't me, which I was happy about, but also gutted at the same time, because obviously you don't want a loss in your first 10. That's the first time I've had a loss in about 3 to 4 weeks now in my first 10 games. Obviously very, very disheartening. But like an idiot, I decided to go into my next 2 games, and the next 2 games that we do come up against Joe Hindle and another guy, and they were possibly the toughest games I've had all weekend. Very, very good players. Like, the second guy you'll see is a very good player. You see there, you got a bit lucky with that. Through ball on the slide, yeah, okay. This guy was a good player. I would say he's at about a gold / elite tier player now. Obviously, I should be, for me personally, because I'm a top 100 tier player now, personally for me, I should be blitzing people like this. But sometimes you play angry, your head goes, and you could lose to anybody. You could even lose to a silver tier player. You know, silver tier players, some of them will shock you. Some of them will have that one game in weekend league, which will be like, you know, they play absolutely amazing. Might play a top 100 player and absolutely batter him, but you see, he pauses, changes his tactics straight away, like I did with my goal, to be honest with you. That's what I do. I pause it, change the tactics, get really, really lucky there, to be honest with you. I was playing 4-2-3-1. Sometimes it's doing me favours, sometimes it's not. I think it's not doing me favours because I'm not holding possession of the ball too well. I'm giving it away, trying to play down the clock, and sometimes that does end up resulting in a goal or an attack for my opponent. So as you can see, we're going into our final game against Miles Fortin. I didn't recognise the name, but as you can see by his team, he is really, really good. Ronaldo, Bale, Red Alba, Ramos, De Gea, Smaldini, Walker. You know, the standard backline pretty much. And you can see he breaks through 1-0. I think that says the 58th minute now, and he makes it 2-0. And I thought this was it, game over. I hardly come back from 2-0 leads. But when I scored that first goal, it always takes me, like a pot shot like that, it just takes a pot shot, or just takes one goal to spark something. Like, for me, that sparks something. Scoring a corner as well, I mean, without these corners, I don't know where I'll be. These corners are literally unbelievable, and we do actually make it 3-2. Paul Pogba getting a bit lucky, and then we shoot it. Somehow it's a penalty. We did get lucky in this game, to be fair, but I could feel it. I could exploit his defense quite well. and exploit I did, to be fair. Like, he is a very, very good player, this guy, don't get me wrong. But we do, in fact, make it 3-2, and we end the game there. So I did finish on 36 wins. Hopefully it is enough for top 100. We'll bring you the rewards, obviously. No, it ends 4-2, actually. But hopefully I do finish top 100. I'll bring you the rewards in the upcoming days. What else? Facecam will be hopefully coming up soon. I still need to get that sorted. I'll be uploading Gfinity highlights as well if I do well in the cups. And I actually finished 4-3, so my memory is absolutely poor just having a look at that. So yeah, that's what he said. Remember to leave a like on the video, subscribe to me if you are new to this channel, and until next time, take care.